DSP Tries it.
What's up, everyone? Darkside Phil here, and welcome to another edition of DSP Tries It, the series where I try out different products, food items, all kinds of stuff. The sky's the limit. And today what I'd like to do, this is one that I've wanted to do for a couple weeks now, but I wanted to give it sufficient time to give a fair assessment of how I felt that this product is. And if you don't know what this is, it means you probably missed the video, the special unboxing video that I did a couple weeks back. It was called Custom LazaModz Controller unboxing. And so let me explain how this came about, okay? There's this company called LazaModz.com, and obviously I will put a link in the description of this video so everyone can check this out. But this is a company that makes custom-made, pimped-out game pads. Now, they don't only just do Xbox 360, they also do PS3, just so you know. So you can get it for this the popular hardcore system of your choice. And they contacted me and said, "Hey Phil, you know, this is what we do. Would you possibly like us to make you a custom controller, you know, free of charge, and we'll talk a little bit about the designs or whatever, and then you can show it off in your videos." And I said, absolutely. And I'll even do you one better, because I actually do have a series where I try out new products that I've never tried before, and I'd like to give your, you know, gamepad a fair review once I get it and let everyone know what I think about it. So about 2 to 3 weeks ago, I got this in the mail, and I promptly started doing playthroughs with it, okay? I actually did all of my Never Dead playthrough. I did several hours of another playthrough. And the bottom line was I wanted to wait and see how long the batteries lasted, because one of my concerns was, look at all these lights and things that they put on here, and we'll go through them together. But look at all the things that are on here. You would think that maybe this would be a major draw on the battery life, okay? And so what I wanted to do was use this controller for several weeks until I saw when the batteries died, and then I would review it and give everyone the honest opinion, okay? So we'll talk a little bit about that as we get into it. So first of all, when I contacted LazaModz, they said, listen, there's lots of stuff we do. You know, we can do custom paint job, we can do LED lights, and what we'd really like to do for you is do some custom LED lighting on your controller to make it unique. And as basically this was a prototype for future controllers. They hadn't done this many lights in a controller before, and so this allowed them to try it out and see if, you know, if it would work out and how it would look. And I don't know what you think, but in my opinion, I think it looks freaking great. But we'll go over all the different lights and things here. So let's take a look. First of all, on the face of the controller, I'm trying to get a good frame here, you've got painted completely black. On the left hand side it says Darkside Phil. On the right hand side it says the King of Hate. Okay. On the face of the controller itself, you've got a transparent left thumbstick. You've got a transparent D-pad. The guide button for Xbox has been reformed saying DSP, okay? You've got a transparent right thumbstick. You've got buttons, face buttons, that each also say DSP on them, okay? And obviously you can see everything is LED lit on the inside with a red LED light. Even the ring, which normally is green, has been recolored to be red. On the top, all these buttons have been repainted to be red, okay, to match the color scheme. On the bottom, there are two custom LEDs as well with my logo DSP on the bottom that also glow red at all times. Then on the back, painted, you know, completely black, so that way it kind of matches the whole controller and it looks pretty sleek, okay? So, just so you know, because I did find this out, you can order these with special modifications. For example, you could get rapid fire if you wanted something like that. For me, being that I do, you know, average Joe game playthroughs, and I'm not the kind of person who would want to cheat in one of my playthroughs, I'm not using rapid fire or anything like that. In fact, I'm not even sure if this controller has it installed. I don't even want to look into it because I don't want to know how to enable it and then and then accidentally start using it in a game, or even be tempted to use it in a game. That's kind of abuse of power for what I do for my job, so I'm not going to do that. But you can get that feature and other things if you'd like, if you can specifically ask for them, okay? Now, let's talk a little bit about performance, because as I said, I use this controller for several different playthroughs at this point, and I want everyone to know what I thought about it. Well, I'll be honest with you. Every single button reacted just like a normal button. I had no problems with any of the buttons on here, even though they are custom-made buttons. Nothing stuck, for example. Nothing was non-reactive or non-responsive or anything like that. Okay. One thing that I did like about the controller is that I'll show you something. Watch this. This is a pretty cool feature. So it's off right now. Okay. If you just tap the button, the lights go on and off very quickly. Saw that? So if you just want to show your friend the controller and say, hey, look, take a quick look. Look at this. You could show them that it lights up. You don't have to turn it on and then risk the risk of accidentally turning on your Xbox by holding that down. But obviously, yeah, once you sync it with your Xbox and you hold the button down, it will eventually sync to your Xbox, as you saw happened right there. Okay? Another thing that I was thinking was that possibly when I was playing, that these lights would bug me, that they'd be distracting, or that they'd be, shining in my face. That was not the case, because I usually hold my controller on my lap like this when I'm playing, and so when I'm sitting here playing, I really wasn't looking at it. It wasn't, they're not super duper bright LEDs or anything like that, abnormally bright, so they really didn't bother me at all, which was a good thing. It didn't affect my gameplay in the least, at least I don't feel it did. Battery life on this guy, surprisingly, does not seem to be affected by the LEDs that are installed. And here's what I mean. Like I said, I played all of Never Dead. I played probably half, if not more than a couple different sessions of co-op with this. I've played over 10 to 12 hours of gameplay at the least on 2 standard AA batteries in this guy, and he's still going strong. The Xbox Live, or Xbox dashboard is not telling me that it's low on battery life. So from what I can see and tell, the LED lights have not whatsoever affected the controller, and so the controller's battery life is not affected by it, and that is a definite plus, especially in this economy. You don't have to keep running out and buying batteries or having to constantly recharge your batteries over and over. You don't seem to have to do that with the LazaModz custom jobs. Okay, now there are 2 things that I do want to mention. One is, when I did receive my controller, there was a little bit of paint left over, like residue left over in the well here of this thumbstick. And so when I was playing Never Dead, what I noticed is when my thumbstick was at the very extremes of the circle here, sometimes it would feel a little bit on the rough side. But now that I've played for several hours, that paint has finally wore off, and now it's completely smooth. There's no difference between this and the thumbstick on a normal Xbox 360 controller, okay? The other thing, and this is completely my fault, and therefore, I don't want anyone to take it like a negative about LazaModz controllers, because it's definitely not. It says right in the instructions that come with the LazaModz controller, it says, your controller is custom made and just recently made, meaning it might even be like hot off, the paint job. So what you're going to want to do, if you do order one of these from LazaModz, is leave it out and air it out like on a table or somewhere for up to 7 days. And what that does, the air will finalize the paint job, and therefore it will make it so that you can play with that controller forever after that, and it won't chip and it won't smudge or anything like that. Well, unfortunately for me, I was stupid and I didn't read the instructions before I used it, and the day that I got my LazaModz controller, I started using it for gameplay. So I didn't give it the 7 days that I really should have given it to be aired out and for that paint job to finalize, and therefore, unfortunately, I do have some minor wearing on the paint, as you can see right there on the side. Right where my hand rubs against it the most when I'm playing, some of the paint has come off on the side. And actually right here as well. As you can see on the button, the left bumper, there's a chip, and then also a little bit of wear on the left hand side of the controller. I do not believe this is whatsoever the fault of LazaModz, because like I said, I started playing right away. Then I noticed after like the first day of playing, maybe like 3-4 hours of gameplay, that some of the paint was coming off. And then I said, what the hell? Why is that happening? And that's when I went and read the instructions, and I said, oh shit, totally my fault, my bad that I did that. You know, it is my own controller. And so it's not that big of a deal. It's not like, you know, I screwed up someone else's controller or anything like that. But it is a little bit on the annoying side. Here was a brand new, pristine, custom, pimped out, lights everywhere controller, and I stupidly don't read the care instructions and immediately get some paint flakes coming off because of that. It's funny though, since then, since I let it air out, no more paint. I did use this for gameplay after that. No more paint has come off. It's just my own stupid fault for playing with it so quickly. So, my bad, but that is, you know, I'm going to suffer for it because it's my controller anyway, but I think what I'm going to do, this is more of a collectible for me at this point, and so this will be, you know, over on my case over there maybe, or maybe I'll keep it here just to display it, but it is an awesome custom controller, and if I had listened to the instructions, I probably could have continued to play games with it without, you know, worry that the paint would further chip. Unfortunately, I already kind of screwed up there, and so it's going to be more of a collector's item for me than anything else, but okay. So, all in all, how do I feel about the LazaModz controller? Would I recommend it? Absolutely, because you can order whatever you want. You can actually ask them to do custom things to it, and they will try to do, you know, to the best of their ability. They'll submit you designs before they do it so that you know what it's going to look like. And, you know, the ability to have custom LEDs of any color on your controller, and the fact that they don't really at all affect the battery life from what I've seen, that's freaking awesome. Like, I definitely thought, oh, okay, here comes a custom controller, it's going to look amazing, and then it's going to die after a half hour of playing. That has not happened. The thing is still, it's going and going and going, and takes a licking and keeps on ticking, and just is not getting tired. So that is a major positive. I feel that the LazaModz custom controller is a great product, and that anyone who is looking to get a custom-made controller should check out their website, LazaModz.com. Again, remember, they also do PlayStation 3. I don't have one of those right now. Maybe in the future I will actually order one, because maybe it would be cool to have a controller from each major console that's custom-made and pimped out like this. And maybe I won't be an idiot, and I'll actually let it air out like it's supposed to, and then I can actually use that one for further playthroughs without having the paint come off on my hands, because I'm a dumbass. But, yeah, so DSP Tries it. LazaModz custom controller, in my opinion, it's a great product. It's fun. It's a cool collectible. And the fact that you can also play with it and it doesn't affect battery life is freaking awesome. So I really like their stuff. I definitely think everyone should go check out their website. Okay? Alright, so that's it for DSP Tries It this time around. Next time I'll have something different for you. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was informative about the product we're talking about. And I will see you guys later.